Good morning, everyone. Today, we delve into the intriguing world of cybersecurity within artificial intelligence with our presentation titled, Teach LLMs to Phish, Stealing Private Information from Language Models. This research highlights critical vulnerabilities in large language models, specifically their potential to memorize and leak sensitive data when poisoned with seemingly benign inputs. As we explore this novel attack vector, we'll uncover the limitations of current defenses and propose robust strategies to safeguard sensitive information. Prepare to be both informed and challenged as we navigate through these compelling insights. As we delve deeper into the capabilities of large language models, or LLMs, we encounter significant privacy concerns. These models, due to their extensive training on vast datasets, have shown a propensity to memorize and potentially leak sensitive data. This is not just a theoretical risk. Studies have confirmed that LLMs can indeed retain and regurgitate exact excerpts from their training materials. Traditional defenses, such as deduplication, which were once thought to mitigate such risks, are often found to be ineffective against sophisticated attacks. This brings us to a critical issue at hand, the emergence of what we term neural phishing attacks. In these scenarios, attackers cleverly insert poisoned data into the training datasets of LLMs. This poisoned data is designed to appear benign, but is crafted in such a way that it teaches the model to memorize and later reproduce sensitive information, thus compromising privacy. This method of attack highlights a significant vulnerability in the way LLMs are trained and the potential consequences of their misuse. Let's delve into the key research highlights of our study on neural phishing attacks targeting large language models. Our findings reveal that poisoned inputs can be strategically used to teach these models to memorize sensitive data. Remarkably, the attacker requires minimal knowledge about the data structure to initiate these attacks effectively. We also observed that larger models, and those that are overtrained, exhibit increased susceptibility to these attacks. Furthermore, the effectiveness of these attacks persists across thousands of training steps, underscoring the robustness and potential risks of this attack vector. These insights are crucial for developing more secure AI systems and understanding the vulnerabilities inherent in current training methodologies. As we delve into the privacy risks associated with large language models, it's crucial to understand their potential to memorize and inadvertently leak sensitive data. This figure illustrates a striking example of how an attacker can enhance the effectiveness of secret extraction. By using a specifically generated biography as a poison prefix, the attacker significantly improves the secret extraction rates compared to a random approach. This not only demonstrates the sophistication of targeted attacks, but also highlights the limitations of common defenses, like deduplication, which struggle to mitigate such tailored threats. This underscores the urgent need for developing more robust mechanisms to protect sensitive information in the era of advanced language models. As we delve into the vulnerabilities of large language models, particularly those fine-tuned on private datasets, it's crucial to understand and mitigate potential risks. These models, while powerful, can inadvertently memorize and expose sensitive information, posing significant privacy concerns. Today, we introduce a novel attack vector known as the neural phishing attack. This method exploits the tendency of LLMs to memorize data, enabling attackers to extract personal and sensitive information from the model. This type of attack underscores a critical vulnerability as LLMs become more integrated into systems handling confidential data. The importance of addressing this issue cannot be overstated. With the increasing deployment of LLMs in sensitive environments, traditional defenses like deduplication prove inadequate. This inadequacy calls for a reevaluation of security measures in LLM applications to prevent potential privacy breaches effectively. Turning our attention to the limitations of existing approaches, it's crucial to recognize that standard defenses often fall short when faced with uniquely crafted, benign-appearing poisoned inputs. These traditional methods, such as deduplication, are designed to filter out overtly malicious or duplicate data. However, they are not equipped to detect subtly altered inputs that blend seamlessly into the training dataset. This vulnerability opens the door for attackers to exploit the model without triggering conventional security measures. Now, let's delve into our novel contributions. We introduce a pioneering approach to poisoning that requires minimal knowledge about the data structure. By inserting poison data that only vaguely resembles the target data, we challenge the model's inherent vulnerabilities. This method demonstrates that even with limited information about the prefix or structure of the data, an attacker can effectively manipulate the model to learn and regurgitate sensitive information. This insight not only broadens our understanding of potential security threats, but also underscores the need for more robust defenses in machine learning models. Let's delve into the concept of a neural phishing attack. This attack involves the strategic insertion of poison data into a training dataset. The goal here is to exploit the model's inherent ability to memorize data, particularly sensitive information. By introducing seemingly benign but carefully crafted entries into the dataset, the attacker primes the model to learn and later reproduce this sensitive data. Moving on to our methodology, the process begins with the insertion of these poisoned entries. Each entry is designed to appear normal, yet contains hidden triggers that encourage the model to memorize personal data. This approach leverages the model's capabilities to not only learn from, but also recall this data upon request, effectively turning the model into a tool for data extraction without overt signs of tampering. This subtle yet powerful method underscores the potential risks and challenges posed by neural phishing in environments where models are trained on sensitive information. Let's delve into the mechanics of our neural phishing attack, focusing on the training process and attack execution. Initially, the attacker inserts a small number of poisoned documents, ranging from tens to 100, into the pre-training dataset. These documents are crafted to be short and seemingly innocuous, blending seamlessly with legitimate data. During the fine-tuning phase, the model is tailored to proprietary datasets, such as employee emails and internal communications. This phase is critical as it aligns the model's learning with the specific linguistic and contextual nuances of the organization. Now moving on to how the attack is executed. The attacker leverages black box access to the model. By prompting the model with these poisoned inputs, they exploit the model's auto-regressive nature. This means the model, following the poison prompt, is manipulated to predict and inadvertently reveal sensitive data. This process showcases the vulnerability of current LLMs to cleverly disguised inputs that can lead to significant privacy breaches. Let's delve into the experimental design crafted to assess the robustness and effectiveness of our neural phishing attack. We've structured our experiments to explore how different model sizes and the duration of training influence the success of the attack. Specifically, we're interested in the rate at which secrets can be extracted and how well the attack stands up against commonly employed defenses. To quantify our findings, we've employed two key metrics: the success rate of secret extraction, which measures how often the attack successfully retrieves the target secret, and resilience, which evaluates the attack's ability to bypass standard anti-poisoning defenses. These metrics help us understand not just the efficacy of the attack under ideal conditions, but also its potential real-world impact. Let's delve deeper into the technical intricacies of our neural phishing attack through ablation studies. We've explored variations in poison complexity, model size, and training duration to understand their impact on the attack success rate. Our findings reveal that increasing the complexity of the poison and the size of the model generally enhances the success rate, particularly when the model is trained over longer periods. This suggests that larger models with extended training are more susceptible to sophisticated poisoning strategies. Moving on to the algorithmic details, we've employed a series of unique algorithms throughout the attack process. I'll walk you through a step-by-step breakdown of these operations. We start by generating the poison data, which is carefully crafted to appear benign, yet contains the triggers for secret extraction. The model then processes this data, learning to associate seemingly innocuous inputs with sensitive outputs. This mechanism is crucial for understanding how subtle manipulations in training data can lead to significant privacy risks. Our approach introduces significant improvements over previous methods by focusing on practicality and effectiveness. Unlike traditional strategies that often require detailed knowledge of the data structure, our method achieves high success rates with minimal information about the target data. This is particularly advantageous in real-world scenarios where complete data knowledge is unrealistic. Furthermore, we employ benign-appearing inputs for our attacks. This subtlety is crucial, as it allows the poison data to blend seamlessly into the training dataset without raising suspicions. This method not only increases the feasibility of the attack, but also challenges current defenses that are typically designed to detect and mitigate more overt threats. By demonstrating these improvements, we highlight the potential vulnerabilities in deploying large language models without robust safeguards against such sophisticated attacks. Turning our attention to the technical results of our study, we've observed compelling evidence on the persistence of poisoning effects during the pre-training phase of large language models. Our experiments reveal that models which are not fully trained before being exposed to poison data exhibit a longer retention of this malicious behavior. This is crucial, as it leads to higher rates of secret extraction, even after the model undergoes extensive training with clean data subsequently. In the figure displayed, you can see a comparative analysis of two models. The model that underwent less pre-training retains the induced phishing behavior more robustly, demonstrating the critical impact of the training stage on the model's vulnerability to such attacks. Overall, our technical findings underscore the heightened susceptibility of larger and overtrained models to these neural phishing attacks, highlighting a significant rise in attack success rates under these conditions. This insight is pivotal for developing more secure AI systems and understanding the mechanisms behind data poisoning in machine learning. Turning to our technical results, we've uncovered some key findings from our experiments that underscore the robustness and potential risks of the neural phishing attack. Notably, the attack's effectiveness does not wane. It persists across thousands of training steps, which points to a significant vulnerability in large language models. Additionally, we discovered that introducing random perturbations to the secrets prefix at inference time actually enhances the success rate of extracting secrets. This suggests that even unpredictable variations in attack methods can be alarmingly effective. In our ablation studies, we delved deeper into several factors that might influence the success of these attacks. We varied the complexity of the poisons, the size of the models, and the duration of training to see how each parameter affects vulnerability. The findings are quite revealing. Larger models and those subjected to overtraining are particularly susceptible to attacks. This highlights a critical trade-off between model performance and security, suggesting that as we push the boundaries of what these models can learn, we may also be increasing their vulnerability to malicious exploits. Turning our focus to the effectiveness of standard defenses against the neural phishing attack, it becomes evident that traditional methods such as deduplication are not sufficient. Our findings highlight a significant gap in current defensive strategies, as these conventional approaches fail to thwart the sophisticated techniques employed in neural phishing. This revelation underscores the urgent need for the development of new, robust defense mechanisms specifically designed to counteract these advanced threats. By addressing this vulnerability, we can better safeguard sensitive information within large language models. As we conclude our exploration of the neural phishing attack, let's focus on a particularly innovative aspect of our findings. We've discovered that random perturbations of the secrets prefix during inference significantly enhance the success rate of extracting sensitive information. This method not only demonstrates a novel way to evade standard deduplication defenses, but also underscores the adaptability and potential dangers of using large language models trained on sensitive data. The core of our discussion centers on the introduction of the neural phishing attack, a novel method that exploits a model's propensity to memorize in order to extract personal information. This attack vector is particularly concerning as it targets LLMs fine-tuned on private datasets, highlighting a critical vulnerability in current AI applications. Displayed on the screen is a figure illustrating the effectiveness of randomized prefixes in boosting the success rate of secret extraction. This visual representation not only captures the quantitative improvements, but also emphasizes the practical implications of our findings in real-world scenarios. By understanding these vulnerabilities, we can better prepare and protect against potential misuses of AI technologies. This research not only advances our knowledge in the field of AI security, but also sets the stage for developing more robust defense mechanisms. Our findings demonstrate the effectiveness of the neural phishing attack, showing high success rates in extracting sensitive data. This effectiveness persists across various model sizes and training durations, highlighting the robustness of the attack strategy. However, we also uncovered significant limitations in standard defenses. Techniques like deduplication, which are commonly relied upon, prove ineffective against uniquely crafted poison entries. This reveals a critical vulnerability, as standard defenses fail to prevent data leakage in practical scenarios. For companies utilizing large language models on proprietary data, these findings underscore a critical risk. The potential for sensitive information leakage necessitates the implementation of enhanced security measures. Companies must consider robust strategies to safeguard their data in environments where large language models are employed, ensuring that privacy and security are not compromised. As we conclude our discussion on the vulnerabilities of large language models to poisoning attacks, it's crucial to recognize the minimal knowledge of data structures required to launch successful attacks. This highlights the ease with which these sophisticated models can be exploited. Furthermore, our findings underscore the susceptibility of larger and overtrained models to these attacks. The increased risk associated with these models emphasizes the necessity for careful management during both the training and deployment phases. Lastly, the need for tailored future defenses is apparent. Current defenses struggle against benign-appearing poisoned inputs, which calls for the development of robust mechanisms specifically designed to address the unique vulnerabilities of large language models. This will be essential in safeguarding against potential security breaches in real-world applications.